Hey guys, just wrapped up my first military stream. This is my fifth stream of the week. I had my introductory parenting single dad stream the other day. Yesterday I had my stream on grief and loss. Today I had my stream on military, my journey. And I basically just want to start my stream up again and just kind of introduce myself to anybody that is watching. So again, the reason why I made this channel. I am a small YouTube creator. I have 476 subscribers now. I originally started my channel back in 2024. I had my first couple videos and none of them got any views. I think my first couple videos, one was about joining the military twice. One was about grief and loss, which I still have that video up, and I can't remember what the other one was, but they were not good at all. I think I fell into that trap of being a new YouTube content creator, and you think the moment you put your first video up, that thousands of people are just going to watch. And honestly, it doesn't work that way. uh, it's honestly a lot harder. It's a lot more tedious than that. So a couple of last year, I think it was, I recently went through a custody battle court fight. Um, and it was extremely difficult, and like I felt like I gained a lot of wisdom and knowledge to that time frame, and I wanted to be able to be as helpful and as to other people that might be going through similar situations that I am. When it comes to like the parenting stuff, especially being a single dad, like there wasn't really a lot of pages out there that really described what a single dad was, and like what kind of things that a single dad should do to be the best dad he possibly can be. A lot of the things that I would see online would be about a a dad would be how to fight the custody battle, and some of that information was good, but like I don't think that that kind of information is necessarily what you need going into the process. Like, yes, the core aspect of it is good, but like if you're not being consistent and you're not being a good father, like really none of the stuff matters. And like my goal for fathers and men is that like if you're going through this process, you need to be consistent and you need to be clear minded of what your goal is as a father. Like if you want to do this, it's going to be a hard process. The court battle is going to suck. It's going to drain you emotionally. It's going to drain you physically. But if you keep your mind or your eyes on the prize and what you want and building that relationship with your children, you can truly accomplish amazing things. Like I said, in the short term, it's going to suck and there's going to be some pain. But if you're able to get through that pain, there's no telling what you're going to be able to do. So that's one aspect of my channel. Another aspect is my military service. Like I said, I just finished a live stream about that process and about being in the military, joining when I was 18, and again in my 30s. It seems like that's my major thing that I'm doing right now. Is my military videos are blowing up, even though my goal is to have my parenting videos be the main focus of my channel. Um, so some of the other things I talk about on my channel is grief and loss. I had a live stream about that yesterday, which is up on my channel. Basically, going through all the life events that I went through, all the loss I went through, the grief, and how I use those as motivation. So I go into some videos about those losses, the specific losses when losing my twin brother, losing an aunt, losing my uncle, my grandparents, losing friends, um, and even dealing with loss at this point in my life. So even losing a miscarriage, like that's one of the things that I talk about in my videos. Another is my faith journey. I don't have as many videos on that just because my goal is to reach everybody, and I do pray for everybody, and I do say God bless you to everybody at the end of my videos. but that's pretty universal. And I don't want people to think that I'm alienating one group or another, because my goal is to help all people, no matter what religion or background you are. My goal is to help people become the best versions of themselves. So my other videos are about overcoming adversity. I was a foster care child. I was a victim of abuse and bullying, and those are some things I cover. And like, my goal is to emphasize to people that if you went through a hard time in life, that it's still possible to achieve great things and success even through hardship, especially early on in life. Um, so, and I do have some dog content on my video. I have my 1 year old Australian Shepherd, Rocky. He's a miniature Australian Shepherd. I have some videos of him showing some of his cool tricks. I also have some Jeep videos now, and about my Jeep and how I love it. But and I also do videos on being a small content creator. I've gone through this process, and I try to tell people that are small content creators, like for videos like this, is that it's this stage in the game is really good for being a trial and error time, where like some of the larger channels, they can't really be as uh, they can't really test new things out because their audiences are pretty set, and the expectation of what they're going to put out is already there. Um, so like, I think it's all about trial and error, is like just doing things and seeing what works and seeing what doesn't. And I'm at the point where now I have like 525, 530 videos and shorts between the two of them, and I've learned a lot of things in that time frame. Is like, it's just all about repetition. And honestly, getting comfortable in front of the camera is probably the hardest part. Like, right now, it's just me and my dog, but I'm talking to you like there's a person sitting right across from me, and um, you get better with the time that you put in. So uh, those are some of my other videos that I post about, kind of just through that journey and kind of what I've learned through each step of the process. Um, so when I first started coming back up on being a YouTube content creator, uh, I wanted to obviously I wanted to build my channel, and obviously growth is slow. I started in August last year, consistently posting, and right now I'm at about 476 subscribers, and it's been tough sledding getting to that point. But then I just started doing daily content to just kind of like put myself out there, and I tested to see what worked. Like, my most consistent thing has been my dad jokes of the day. I've been doing that for about a year, and like, honestly, if you go back and watch my initial stuff, um, you'll see that I definitely progressed, and my delivery is a lot different than it was. Because honestly, like, there's people that do the same type of stuff, but I have to have my own individual niche part of it that I need to like carve out my space and kind of be different than other people while still be entertaining. So I did that. I did start doing mom jokes at one point, but that didn't really take off. Then I was doing kids jokes, and my goal with that was to be able to give jokes for dads and for parents to give to their kids, and share that with them. Then there was a time where I was posting videos about my dog, and that felt kind of forced. Like, I didn't really feel like I had content really that was going to be able to be targeted towards anybody. I just know dogs are cute and people like watching them, but I didn't really know what I wanted to do with that. And then I started doing my fun facts of the day, and that was fun for a while, but it was severely time consuming because I was writing out scripts that were like up to a minute long. And I think the one thing I learned is that I started being visual. Yeah, I appreciate you commenting, Scott. I definitely had issues with. I didn't do anything differently this time. I have my AirPods in, and like, you would think the fact that I'm streaming on my iPhone would be easy. So, um, yeah, that sucked because I actually had a lot of people that were on my stream at that time. So thank you for coming back in. Thank you for watching and commenting and actually listening. Uh, So yeah, like I was saying, I started doing my channel has a little bit of everything on it. So I don't know what brought you to my stream. I'm curious if it's is it parenting, is it military, is it um, jokes, is it adversity? Like what brought you to my channel? I was just curious if you don't mind commenting. Well, I figure I'll put my some of my stuff in the comments. So if you're watching, I like scrolling lives and happen to come on. Do you like dad jokes, or do you like fun facts, or any of that stuff? Because I can give you my. I would love for you to watch my dad jokes and subscribe to my channel if you think they're funny. So let me put that in the comments. So those are my dad jokes of the day. Those like my first like 200 of them. I put timestamps in them. I went from my newest to my oldest because like like I was saying, but when you joined in, is that like being a small content creator, like you kind of like you start out with something you think is awesome, and like when you go back and watch it, you realize it wasn't as awesome as you thought it was. So it's cool seeing the transition as you go through it and see the different things I played with. But really, my channel's for parents. It's for military, but I also like it making people laugh and smile. Yeah, I do have a play. I do have a playlist. Let me share that playlist. Dad joke compilations. How am I not seeing the one thing that has the most things? I swear, I feel like I'm getting older and older every single day. Like when I was younger, I'm like, um, I know technology now. Like I'm getting older, I'm like, I know nothing about technology. And so I put the compilation in the chat there. So that's the compilation of all my shorts. But I'll give you the playlist if you want. But the playlist goes from the beginning and starts out from my first one. But then I can also share my fun facts. And those ones are a little more recent. But thanks for joining. It's nice not just talking to myself. That's a I feel like a weirdo. I'm like, I'm gonna post this on later. So I mean, I guess technically it's a video, but um it's nice to actually have people watching in real time. And then here's my list for the what's it called? My fun facts of the day. So that's good advice. Staying true to yourself. I think honestly that's the hardest part because like I being a YouTube creator, like I have a full-time job and like doing these YouTube stuff, like it's legit like a part-time job. Like I spend hours each day like researching on jokes to tell and how to present it and try to be a little interesting. But like a lot of channels just focus on like one thing. And the one thing that kind of hurts my channel is that I talk about so many different things, but like being true to myself, like all these different things are what makes me me. And I hope that that's like what is what people want to see. So I appreciate the kind words and the good advice. So are you subscribed to me? I'm curious. Yeah, I think that's true. It's definitely like it's interesting. I think it's all about repetition because like I think about the fact that like I look at my video count, I have 527 videos. Um, yeah, that's why I started doing more of the if you watch some of my dad jokes, the first ones, there wasn't really I didn't really have like the best delivery. That's what I've been kind of working on the last, I'd say 2 or 3 months, is trying to like I try to make it more meme friendly. So like my punchline, if you watch my recent jokes, I use visual pictures as like the punchlines. So like today my joke was do you know why people fall backwards out of a boat? Because if they fall forward, they would fall into the boat. And like I show a picture of a person falling backwards and then falling out. But then like yesterday, it was like I was watching a documentary on beaver houses, and it was the best dam documentary I've ever watched. And like when I said the dam, it was a picture of a beaver sitting on a dam, and so I'm trying to do something like that. It's hard because people want the immediate payoff. So yeah, it's definitely interesting. No, I understand. That's fine. I'll be back on live again more. I started going live this week, and honestly, it's been very stressful, but it's been a great way to interact with people and kind of get people on my page and see what I'm all about. So yeah, I appreciate you stopping in. All right, guys. Well, I've done a few live streams here, and it's been interesting getting to talk to some people, getting some people I didn't think would show up to my live stream. Sometimes some kids, I'm curious of why they're up watching YouTube late at night and going on random live streams. But I have a young son, and I guess I can relate to whatever kids like these days. So, um, but I'm gonna put this video up. If you guys like it, please. So I see there's somebody new in here. Is that? Yeah, I work at 7 o'clock in the morning too, so I can completely empathize with that. So go get some sleep. I need to do the same. As you can tell, I look like I'm about to fall asleep right now. So I appreciate you stopping in, Scott. I appreciate you watching my videos, and let me know what you think. If they suck, let me know. Have a good night. God bless you. All right. Well, it's a pleasure, guys, talking to you. Kind of introducing myself. If you're interested in, please subscribe to the channel. Please check out some of my content. I'd love to earn your subscription. May God bless you and your families, and have a great night.